What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is almost technically, you know, for some people, the vampire stream. For others, maybe not. It's not too late where I'm from, the Bay Area. The Bay Area and back down. We gonna talk about it, people. JBG, shout out to you for subscribing to the channel. Smash the like button. If you guys could, boost up the YouTube algorithm. Let them know we working. All right, look. I kind of want to wait for a few more people to get in there. We got to talk about this HBO shit, man. This is like, to me, it's at the point where it's just laughable at this point. You know, you guys know who's winning this battle, like when it comes to new media versus old media. But they're trying to sweep stuff under the rug, and I'm not allowing that. You know, this fake narrative. See, this is, in my opinion, this is what got HBO in the proverbial hot seat. Because HBO, somewhere along the lines, they started getting worse and worse with the commentary, you know, and it got to the point where the only ones, you know, halfway decent would be like Max Kellerman, or the only ones that were good were former fighters, you know, guys like Roy Jones Jr. Didn't I just say that? That's what it takes. Hey, Jim, he didn't get hit with a body shot, Jim, you know. Like, Canelo needs to leave HBO. I was born. Canelo, if you ever witness this video, if anyone on your team watches the channel, you know, because I trust me, the reach is bigger than what y'all think. Leave HBO. I don't care where you're going, but you should leave, because they clearly don't have your best interest in this thing. You know, from the first fight, same thing with Ward Kovalev. I mean, you could tell who they wanted to win. You know, listen, I really don't care. If Triple G would have won, I would have gave that. I told you. I said if Canelo gets laid out, I would tell you. You guys were saying that was gonna happen. And I told y'all, I said, if Canelo gets laid out, I will get my ass on this live stream and be like, bravo, you made them king adjustments. But that's not what happened. In fact, he didn't adjust. You know, he adjusted, I guess you could say, second half, but for the entirety of 12 rounds, he looked worse than he did in the first fight. I was at the first fight, you know. I don't care if you guys want to tell me who at press row said what. Listen, I've already addressed that. Unless they do what I do, like, you could be a great writer, but unless you're willing to show face and rescore the fight, you know, get back, you know, get on like me, a forum where people can ridicule you, where people can ask you questions, where people can agree, where they could disagree, on a public forum like what I'm doing right now, then I'm not really trying to hear it, because anybody can have a scorecard. That's not the issue. You know, it's just like some people, they be like, oh, why you brag about getting a prediction right? It's not that I got a prediction right, but I tell you guys what I think is going to happen in the fight, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm wrong too. You know, I'm human. But these dudes be so way off the mark, and then when it don't, I hate Kennedy Linder. We be on the same. He said he got his face adjusted. See, that's what I'm saying. HBO, you know, everybody got mad because the black guy, the black channel, yelled at the older Caucasian Larry Merchant. I was laughing. You know why? When that happened, when Floyd and Leonard Ellerby was behind him, he was like, HBO need to fire your ass because you don't know shit about boxing. I laughed. That shit wasn't sad. Like, and, you know, I respect my elders. I don't, you know, I wouldn't condone somebody going to, you know, Whole Foods and pushing the old person for no reason, or, you know, they should be able to walk away and stuff. But, you know, it didn't get physical or nothing. But the reason I laughed is because I knew the angst and the pent-up energy. Floyd was just sick of the bullshit. Because let's say at that point, he probably had 18 years in the game. You know, I don't know exactly what year it was. You know, probably after Victor Ortiz or some shit. You know, probably had 17, 18 years in the game, and they never gave him props like that. They fuck around and give Lomachenko, when he was on the network, and Triple G more props than they've ever I'm talking about with no contingencies, with no clauses. A lot of motherfuckers will give you props, but they'll have clauses, you know. Like a hater will come onto my channel. I'm just giving you guys a quick analogy. They'll be like, oh, ego, like let's say I get a haircut, which I haven't, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna get it. But my beard's long. Let's say I get it, you know, cleaned up and all that. A hater will come in, be like, oh, your beard looks dope, but you're fucking ugly. You know, that's not really a compliment because, you know, you instead of just saying, oh, your beard's dope and just leaving it at that, you had to throw in an insult. You had to hurl an insult. That's how they treated Floyd Mayweather. It was never just like, wow, this guy is good. He's special. It's, oh, he's special, but he should have put his foot on the gas. And why couldn't he knock out this much bigger, 15-pound, much bigger guy, you know? Or you waited until Pacquiao got this age. Like, man, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Pacquiao was younger than Floyd Mayweather. Fuck what you talk about. Fuck your feelings. Death Row East, new media. You know, these backhanded compliments, exactly. You know, shout out to David P. He says, you speak the truth, shout me out. I appreciate you guys for holding it down. But I'm telling you, when this is all over, you tell me if HBO boxing is still standing or if new media is still standing on their own too. What does Ebro have to do with anything? I'm not understanding it. HBO, I don't know where, I would probably, if I had to take an educated guess and trace it back, when Floyd left the network. That's when when Floyd was there, they knew they had a skilled tactical fighter, a complete fighter, and he was making a lot of money for the network. So even though they gave him backhanded compliments, they didn't outright just come out and say things that would lead you to believe that they're racist, or say things that would lead you to believe that they hated the, sweet science style and shit like that. But after he left, it just started slowly but surely, the Mayweather curse. It slowly but surely started to topple down, Then you've seen Al Heyman take his whole squad to other places. He tried out a couple networks, but now we see that the networks are pretty stable on either Showtime or Fox. That's what it's going to be going forward. You see Bob Arum didn't like the way his fighters were treated. They didn't want to put Pacquiao, Jesse Vargas on the network. Just piss poor decisions like that. Why would, if Al Heyman already left and Bob Arum needs a favor, or whatever, and he's done good business with Pacquiao, mind you, because Pacquiao was under top rank, and Bob Arum had all these, Crawfords and Lomachenko, quality guys, Shakur Stevenson, you can't make it work for him. They didn't. Left Bob Arum to figure out Pacquiao Vargas card by himself, and he's like, all right, I got you. Oh, you want to play rough, huh? Bob Arum was like, okay, touche. Then he started making his contacts, being in the game since the Ali days, established whatever rapport with ESPN. Things have been going well. Then they just re-upped for 7 years. In the words of Keanu Reeves in Point Break, one of my favorite movies of all time, they're like, why'd you let Patrick Swayze, a.k.a. Bodie, why'd you let Bodie go? And then someone's like, it's okay, we'll get him when he comes back. Keanu Reeves said, he's not coming back. That's Bob Arum. Bob Arum's talking shit about HBO right now. So like Keanu Reeves said, he's not coming back. I don't see him coming back to HBO. That relationship seems pretty broken. I'm not a soothsayer. See, I got a vocab. I could do these streams how you want. You want me to be ignorant? I could do that. I could use big words. Soothsayer. I know some of y'all. What's a soothsayer? It's basically a fortune teller, someone who's psychic, someone who predicts. It's okay. We could do. We well educated over here. That's why they can't beat us. So Arum left. Heyman left, and now HBO just seemed bitter and bitter. And it's just, the commentary is getting egregious. Roy Jones is really the only one that I can stomach, pause, on a continual basis. He knows his shit. He knows his shit. I mean, rightfully so. He's a fighter, right? But this other HBO, listen, this is how they do. Let me get this. Smash the like button. before I even get into this sermon, because I'm about to baptize y'all. I'm going to be on my Deontay Wilder shit. I'm about to baptize y'all. You know, we're going to drop cold, hard, unadulterated truth. Before I get in that, shout out to Real Brother. He said the vernacular is always on point. We got that spectacular vernacular. We straight immaculate when we package shit. We drop frequently, rabbit shit. Hold on, let's get it. I'm like Rick Rude the way I'm ravishing rap. Oh my God, like B Rabbit and 8 Mile of rap. Let me stop. Hit you with that rapid spit, rapid fire, Brandon Lee. Let's get it. Before I get started, y'all, I had to do like a rap battle because I'm about to go in. He gonna get this work. HBO, they gonna get this work. Okay. Before I go in, right? This particular podcast, vlog, live stream, whatever y'all want to call it, this will discuss topics that are sensitive to some people, like race in boxing. If you are uncomfortable with that, if me, you know, like when Colin Kaepernick's taking a knee, you burn Nikes and shit. If you're uncomfortable hearing that, please leave now. I'll give you guys the opportunity. Just leave. Because if you get uncomfortable talking about facts, you're gonna be even more uncomfortable when I start dropping these truth bombs. So please leave. I'm not really seeing the watch count really change. So I'm assuming people are here by choice. I'm not forcing y'all. If at any moment you feel uncomfortable talking about race, you know, then you can leave at any moment. You know, there's the door. The door's right there, the proverbial door. Shout out to Anytime, $5 super chat, Ego Army. We about to go in. Shout out to the Bay Area. I told you the Bay. I made a promise to California, and I made a promise to the Bay. I was gonna always be who I am and always be true and represent y'all in the best way. And I think I'm doing a decent job at least. You know, I try to give you guys reliable information. I'll put that Bay on my back. Let's get it. So, I'm telling you, if race makes you, because this is what they do. These dumbasses will sit and listen. It's okay to disagree, but explain. We'll do a hot seat. You explain what you disagree with. Because everything I'm talking about, I guarantee you I can elaborate, give you guys examples. Shout out to South LA and Compton CPT. I see y'all. You know, I can give you examples. I can elaborate. We could do it. A lot of people say they disagree, but then they'll never tell you what they disagree with. They'll be like, oh, come on, let's keep this boxing. Who cares about race? It's not about race. Knowing goddamn well when you see a white fighter lose, you know, you see a certain reaction. When you see like a Puerto Rican and a Mexican fighter, you see certain reactions from different crowds. You know, stop playing dumb. You know, stop playing dumb. Like you don't see it. Like I'm the only one to see. It's like the Sixth Sense. Like I'm the only one that see this shit. I see race in boxing. Walking around like regular boxing. Stop it. I can't be, you know, I'm not Haley Joel Osment. You know, I'm not the only one that sees this shit. I know it. You know, maybe some of y'all don't put it in perspective, or since you're not racist, maybe you don't see it because you're not really looking for it. You look at boxing from a scope of, I just want to see good fighters despite, and I can respect that. I can respect that you personally don't look at it like that, but you can't be naive. You can't be blind and act like, and then especially, listen, if somebody's telling you, like, let's say you see someone running full speed down your block. Or let's say you're at a park. That, you know, that's more realistic. Running full speed at the park. You're on the bench with your friend, and they're running full speed. Man, oh, you guys got to leave. There's 6 rabid pit bulls running towards us. You know, and then you hear a noise and hear people screaming, but you still can't see the dogs. They said there's 6 rabid pit bulls running towards this way. You guys got to get out here. And then he just takes off running. Now you have a choice at that moment. You hear commotion, you know, so you can either start running, which some people might do, like, hey, let's leave, let's get in the car or something. Or maybe you don't know who cuz was, you don't know dude. So you at least prepare for, hey, maybe he was telling the truth. So you prepare for, hey, we might have to leave. You know, look at your surroundings and stuff. Or you can, 3, just be completely naive and oblivious and not heed the warning at all, and then just sit on the bench and, you know, keep playing rock, paper, scissors. And then when them fucking 6 rabid pit bulls come and they start jumping on the table trying to bite your ass, then now all of a sudden you see what they were talking about. So you know, life, like E40 said, it's all about choices. All about choices, right? If someone's telling you that something exists in boxing, you have a choice. You can dismiss it and say, oh, ego, he's just pulling up the race card. He's full of shit. Let's get back to boxing. Or you can listen to what I'm saying and see if it makes sense. See if you've seen examples of this. Now the preamble is out. Let's talk about HBO. Jim Lampley did the fight game, and I'm not even reading. I did a video about it. You know, I'm not gonna read this bullshit. It's like I lose brain cells when I, you know, keep going over it. But I'm gonna paraphrase. I'm gonna read some quotes from it, and let's drop the beat real quick. He's basically saying that Golovkin was robbed twice. You know, he didn't use the term robbery, but it's basically what he's saying. And he has all these, whoever wrote it, that, you know, is eloquently penned, you know, good penmanship. So they have some words that it's well written, you know, that's the best way to put it. It's not like Donald Trump. The hurricane is bad and as wet as water. It's the wettest hurricane, you know, it's well written, but it's also some bullshit. Jim Lampley on the Fight Game said, a year ago, it became clear the two fighters are colossally evenly matched in terms of the technical markers judges look at while scoring. Which already, if you just see, this is why the old media can't fuck with me, right? Because I am educated. I'm an educated brother, you know? And there's a difference between people who are smart and people who pretend to be smart. Like, have you ever, I don't know if you guys can relate. Have you ever met a person who's trying to talk smart, but they're like, I mean, no disrespect, but Anthony Joshua kind of reminds me of that. Like, he sounds like he's trying to, like, the points he's trying, maybe he just has a struggle with words, like him coming up with the words of how to put it. It really doesn't, he thinks he's like dropping gems. Okay, you're going to take a 10-minute interview and take out 30 seconds. It's mad, you know? And yeah, they're going to take out something you said in the interview, you know? So some people are like that, where they'll use big words, or like, you know, like remember Damon Wayans in Living Color, for, you know, the old heads or whoever remembers In Living Color, when Damon Wayans played that dude in prison, and he was like, let's see, it's the reciprocal convoluted by the fallopian tube, recycled through the umbilical cord, if you will. Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? By the excuse me, the pap smear, like, built up on the foundation of a phallus into soliloquies. You be like, what the fuck is he talking? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? A phallus? That's a penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the phallus built up on the insecurities of two soliloquies, convoluted by the silhouettes of the presidential election. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? The testosterone, the testicular fortitude, like, mixed with the gratitude. Like, bro, you really ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit is written to me. Because off rip, whoever wrote that, I just heard, like, I'm a good writer. You know, I can really write. You know, I always got good grades in English, you know. That's why, you know, when it comes to public speaking, that's why I can do this. Because I've always been linguistically sound. I like language. I like words. I've written music. You know, that helps you also, like, with your vocabulary. Because, well, at least me, I don't know about these mumble. I'm at the club with the bitch and the rubber, the rubber, the tubby, hibby, the pupper. Like, I don't know about them raps. But the raps that I would do, like me and my group would do, we had lyrics, there was substance. Sometimes we had a subject and we had to stick to that subject. So you know, you're trying to find the best words. Like I've written stuff, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I've written verses and stuff and bars where it's like I worked on a certain stanza so much, and it was like rap is really an art. You put a word that's too big in that middle, it'll fuck up your whole stanza, you know, like the whole bar, because it's too much. Or like there's certain things where you have to have breath control. If you put too big of a word and it's just like ba 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 ba, you're not going to be able to perform that live, because you jam pack so many words. You you get this up a bit, you know, and you're putting, if you put if it's too compressed, you wouldn't even be able to get that off. You're gonna need a hype man to say it with you. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off. Anyway, I know how to write. I can write my ass off. You know, do I always like writing essays? Not necessarily, but I can listen to what people are saying. Fubba you cubba, ubba you ubba uber, you get a sub a bit by the to a tuba. I'm not a human, I'm a suicidal unibomber. Press because I'm the new Madonna. Jeffrey Dahmer left me with his, like, you know, we could do this. Listen to this. A year ago, it became clear the two fighters are colossally evenly matched in terms of the technical markers judges look at while scoring a fight. So whoever wrote that just shitted on the entire presence if you're trying to act like Triple G got robbed. Because the opening statement is saying that it was apparent from the first fight that based on technical markers, right, that Canelo and Triple G were evenly matched, right? Block Francisco. You know, put some money up. He said Ego is on drugs. Put 2,000 up. Tell Vada to come to my house anytime this week, next week. Catch me at the fight. Put 2,000 up. If I fail anybody's drug test, you know, let's bet 2,000. You know, we'll do it for the next 5 months. You know, y'all don't want smoke. They want so bad for new media to fail. You know, like it's really on some Tekashi shit. Oh, Ego's on drugs. Ain't there? Does it sound like I'm on drugs? Am I out here like slurring and fucked up and, you know, swaying and stuff? Everything I'm saying is very decipherable. Word for word, you can hear me. There's no stutter. There's no slur. I'm telling you exactly how I feel. And they try to distract. So we're not going to allow that. But the whole opening statement of the fight game is basically saying that they're evenly matched by all technical markers while scoring, the judges would look at. But then the rest of the diatribe of what was said is complaining about how Triple G was robbed. Again, that doesn't make sense from a writing standpoint because it's a complete contradiction. It says, the opening statement, a year ago, it became clear the two fighters are colossally evenly matched in terms of the technical markers judges look at while scoring. So how can you have an opening statement like that, but then in the body of it, you're talking about how one fighter was robbed, basically, and it was bullshit. But you just told us how they were colossally evenly matched. You stuck Ego, step up your game. That makes no English sense. Where are you from? You stuck Ego, step up your game. Please tell me what that means. Carlos Montoya, you stuck Ego, step up your game. What does that mean? You have 15 seconds to let the fans know since you want to interrupt with stupid shit. Stop making paper champs. You have 13 seconds to tell us what the fuck that first statement meant since you want to interrupt. You stuck Ego, step up your game. I need to step up my game, but you can't put one English sentence together. No, okay, so what's the you stuck? What am I stuck at? Where am I stuck? I don't get it. I'm stuck at subscribers because that's growing daily. You have 7 seconds. What does you stuck mean? That would be 4 seconds. Carlos, look at the names, the faces, and the profile pictures of the people doing the most hating. What does that mean? Ego, you stuck. Step up your game. Shooters, get rid of him.
Finish him.
Thank you for playing, Carlos. Now, we're not going to just keep stopping the train, though. You know, everyone says something and they think I'm going to stop. So, Carlos got that work real quick because I had time. Today, I got time, cuz. Back to Lampley. The opening statement is basically, it became abundantly clear that they're colossally evenly matched based on scoring criteria. But in the body, he's talking about how basically Golovkin got jobbed. Just listen to it. He said, by an overwhelming majority, fans and general media have decided Gennady Golovkin won both fights. That is fucking false. You know, because I know a lot of fans that said Canelo won. Canelo posted a picture going, shh, and a lot of people were like, you won that, champ. So for Jim, that's uninspiring, and this, I don't think it's good journalism to make a generalization saying by an overwhelming majority fans and general media, because I'm general motherfucker. I am boxing, and I didn't have the Golovkin winning, you know. So it's funny how they want to pick and choose who's media, you know. He says fans and general media have decided Golovkin won both fights. They don't need to confuse themselves with CompuBox numbers and round-by-round scoring and technical analysis. See how stupid that is? So he don't have to. They don't have to. Basically, the scoring criteria, they don't have to confuse themselves with that. So what? So what are we just supposed to guess who won? Just listen to it. They don't need to confuse themselves with CompuBox numbers and round-by-round scoring and technical analysis. Then what are we looking at? If you don't have a technical analysis, what are we looking at? What if they don't? Hold on. I don't live and die by CompuBox, you know, because there's some tricks, you know, around CompuBox. But it's a good indicator, something, you know, to keep in mind. So what is he talking about? They don't need to confuse themselves with CompuBox numbers and round-by-round scoring and technical analysis. So what are we supposed to do? Just eat chicken wings and just, yeah, Golovkin won because I said via the metric of social media. Hey, HBO, man, you got to do something, baby. Via the metric of social media and among themselves on the street, they have spoken loudly again. They like the way Triple G competes. So now this is a social media thing. So don't concern yourself with actual scoring metrics, you know, things that you should consider maybe like CompuBox and technical analysis. Let's just turn to social media. And then Jim Lampley is saying, and in the streets. Jim ain't in nobody's streets. What street? Name a hood you've ever seen. I've been in the hood. You know, I've been in Brooklyn hoods. I've been in Oakland hoods, North Richmond. I've been in LA hood. What hood you ever seen Jim Lampley in? I've been in Cincinnati hoods. I bees in the trap like Nicki Minaj. So what is he talking about? People in the street. Like he just out there. Like he just, like, you know, I'm in the streets with it. Like, what are you talking about? What is he talking about? Y'all go get this work. Infant Goldie, $5 super chat. If they know boxing, they will not be confused. Yeah, so these are like by far some of the most casual types of comments. I don't know who wrote this or whatever. So basically, let's not look at CompuBox or technical analysis. We just like the way Golovkin competes. It says, the fans have spoken loudly. They like the way Triple G competes. Well, you know what? I'm a real boxer. See, they want to always outcast the other side's voice. You know, I'm cool. If you like the way Triple G fights, I have no problem. But there is a hypocrisy there, because the way Triple G competes, he didn't compete how he's billed as competing. He was jabbing for large portions of the fight until Canelo got tired. If Canelo wasn't tired, then it was looking like the streets is death row for Golovkin, you know? So luckily he had those moments in the last half. Otherwise, Canelo was well on the way to pitching a shutout, and Golovkin fans were worried. You know, I was seeing it on Twitter, like the real fans that were scoring it. Now all of a sudden, they just like the way Triple G. It's funny how that works. If Canelo's on the back foot, you don't like that shit. I don't, you know, like Belly, Rico and Belly. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. This sounds like, you know, and I don't even use this term, but you know how they be like, oh, dick riding? This sounds like pure dick ride. It said the fans have spoken loudly again. They like the way Triple G competes. They love the passion his face projects. Like, y'all some weird ass fans. Y'all all looking at his facial feature. Like, really? We supposed to be talking boxing. They love the passion his face projects. What in the fuck does that even mean, bro? What does that mean? Like, HBO, somebody need to fire y'all ass, because so that's what his face was projecting to me as a boxing fan. So where's the passion? Is it, oh, they like the way his face looked and the passion it omits and project? Okay, what passion? He looked like he lost. He looked like he know he lost. What are you talking about? You know? What are you talking, like, real talk? What are you talking about? They like the passion. Look at his face, yo. Yeah, they like the passion. I mean, I like passion and all that. But what are you talking about? His face looked like crazy. He looked like sad and lonely and all types of, what are you talking about? These are quotes from Lampley's fight game. It gets worse, though. They said they like the way Triple G competes. They love the passion his face projects. They are enthralled with his heart. So we can't say none of that about Canelo? Like, so Canelo don't got a chin? Canelo don't got heart? Like, I'm not even, listen, Canelo had a fucked up 2016, and I was on his ass, pause. And I told you, I was like, why is he fighting Khan? Why is he fighting Liam Smith? So, you know, you're not going to do that to me, partner, because I'll be, like I said, I'll be in the trap. I'll be in the trap, right? He's making it, whoever wrote this or him or whoever, you know, he gets credit for it, because I don't know, you know, he's like Drake. I don't know who his ghostwriter is. I don't know his Quentin Miller. But what are you talking about? It says they like the way Triple G competes, so they don't like how Canelo competes. You know, they love the passion his face projects. Okay, his face looked like hamburger meat, and Canelo's didn't. So what are you talking about, the passion? Like, just because he's bleeding? Wipe yourself off. You bleeding? Man, hell nah. He ain't going to be in Rush Hour 3. They are enthralled with his heart. Like, you act like the motherfucker died or something. Like, this is a eulogy. What the fuck are you even talking about? They are enthralled with Triple G's heart. Man, HBO is a goner. I promise you that. With shit like you acting like the motherfucker died or some shit. They are enthralled with his heart. Like, you know, like we talking about like Muhammad Ali, what he left behind, or like Bruce Lee or some shit. What are you talking about? Now it gets worse. Hold on. Let me see where we're at. I should be charging y'all for this work. I'm dropping gems. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. I'm talking about we enthralled with his heart. He fought a good fight late, you know, and made some of the rounds interesting. He has no defense. He's 36. The blueprint is out, you know, and bottom line is his own trainer is not even screaming this robbery stuff. So I really don't understand why the fans is doing it. I don't understand why Lampley and HBO would take this stance. Listen, smash the like button. If y'all want this stream to continue and these gems being dropped, y'all got to get these likes. We definitely got to be over 100. We got almost 200 people on the Vampire stream. If y'all want this to continue, because, like, you know, I've already, this is to the point where this is child abuse for me, you know, beating a dead horse. Like, I've already went over this several times. I could really be doing a million other things. I'm sure you guys could be doing other things too. If you want this stuff to continue, you got to smash the like button. Keep going. Keep the likes up. Because when I said that, 2 people hit the dislike button. I want y'all to know, and I want the haters to know, they can't stop us. You know, smash the like button. Ego bias media. That's cute. I'm not stopping this train to argue with these little chump. Once again, you notice these dudes keep saying, oh, hold on. I'm reading you a quote from Jim Lampley's show, multiple quotes, talking about we're enthralled with Triple G's heart. The fans have spoken loud and clear. We just love his face and the passion it omits, and, you know, or whatever he's talking about, right? And the dude just put ego bias. So I'm biased. So he's talking about how the fans love Triple G's heart. See, this HBO is done for. I promise you. I promise you, because real boxing fans aren't gonna accept these things. We know, and it's at an all-time low. With fights, they're not putting on the best fights. They're not putting on quantity of fights even. You know, it's not even like they don't have like much of a calendar. And then like, you know, irresponsible commentary like this. I promise you, the end is near. Promise you that. You know, because there's no way they can. Real boxing fans aren't stupid, you know. And they call me biased. I'm biased. So he's talking about we're just enthralled with Triple G's heart and all that. What about Canelo's heart? You know, Canelo. And the reason I say that is not to big up Canelo. Is because he's the motherfucker moving up. So you're more. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Like the dude that just called me biased. You would be more impressed with the guy who's been a bully, you know, been at middleweight since the amateurs. Him being able to hurt Canelo and or, you know, having some good rounds and his heart, but the smaller man walking him down for the whole fight, moving up in weight, starting at whatever he started at. Canelo started like 35 or 40 or something. That's not impressive to you. You know, that's like saying, why do we credit Pacquiao for moving up 8 divisions? Because we know that shit's hard. If Chocolatito moved up 8 divisions, he would be like zipped up in somebody's body bag. Real talk. There's no way he could do what Pacquiao did. He can't even move up 3 pounds without getting stretched by Rungvisai. So how's he going to beat Tank Davis, you know, in his 6th or 7th division or whatever? Tank would, like, it'd be ugly. He'd be chocolate chips and shit. I'm just being real. I don't have nothing against Chocolatito. I'm just saying Chocolatito would be chocolate doo-doo. It's doo-doo, baby. Like, there's no way he would be able to move up and have a successful career fighting Mikey Garcia at 35, you know, fighting Tank Davis at 30. He'd be R. Kelly in the chocolate factory. I promise you that. So, of course, we give Pacquiao credit because he moved up 8 classes, and we know that's not hard. Mayweather 5, De La Hoya, I believe 6, you know, Amanda Serrano 6. Pacquiao moved up more than 6, 8, you know. So that makes sense. Cotto 4, because it's not easy. Not everyone can do that. Nigel Green says Tank Davis a clown dog. You sound stupid. Well, this whole stream has nothing to do with Tank. You're trying to get sidetracked. Listen, they're trying to sidetrack me. I'm not falling for it. Saddam. Oh, my shooter already clapped you. But anyway, let's get back to Jim Lampley because they're trying to get sidetracked. Tank is a clown. No, we not leaving this subject. We talking about Triple G and HBO's affinity for him. It gets worse, y'all. Smash the like button. Jim Lampley of HBO says, when Muhammad Ali was judged the loser in his first fight with Joe Frazier and lost his unbeaten record as a result, many in my generation were crestfallen. But then we learned something. As Muhammad Ali's aura only grew bigger and Frazier had to deal with the reality that the numbers on the scorecards did nothing to diminish the love of the audience felt for their hero. Horrible, horrible, horrible analogy for a variety of reasons. Because Muhammad Ali actually has a good resume. He actually beat Joe Frazier as well, along with George Foreman in his prime. He has wins over guys like Ken Norton, Ernie Shavers. He has a loss and a win to Leon Spinks, right? He fought the best of the best, the Larry Holmes, Ron Lyle, you know, Chuck Wepner beat him, right? So that's a horrible example because Golovkin don't have no resume like that. So what is the Muhammad Ali have anything to do with Golovkin? See, when new media, when I do these analogies, that's why they say I'm the king of analogies, because I try to make it make sense. You know, there's no comparison to anything Golovkin has accomplished to Muhammad Ali. Other thing is, he's talking about, oh, many in my generation were crestfallen. Like, nobody cared. This is not an Oscar award. You know, all the big words and, like, well-written, like, Oscar speeches. Nobody cares what the fuck you talking about because it's no comparison to Muhammad Ali in Triple G in any way, shape, or form. If you say I'm biased, please step up in the hot seat and we could argue that right now. But beyond that, Another reason he says, oh, Ali's aura only grew bigger, and Frazier had to deal with the reality that the numbers on the scorecards, it did nothing to diminish the love the audience felt for their hero. Muhammad Ali was an icon, and he transcended just boxing. So that's why Muhammad Ali was able to go on, aside from having a deep resume, but that's why he was able to go on and have people still celebrate him, because he was a man's man. He was a person that stood up for the black community. He was a person that was a people's champion, similar to my channel in new media. You know, that's why, because they can appreciate. It wasn't just because and he also beat Frazier. So that's a horrible, whoever wrote that was a horrible comparison. You're talking about, oh yeah, Frazier had to come to grips that people still love Muhammad Ali. But people love Muhammad Ali for not just what he did in the ring. They love him for just being an icon. Pictures with him in the Beatles, pictures with him and Elvis, fighting and going to Africa and like standing up and dodging the draft for religious beliefs. He actually stood for something. He's like, why should I go to Vietnam and fight them people? Them Viet Congs never called me a nigga. You know, he actually stood for something. And I'm not saying Triple G don't stand for nothing, but what I am saying is he's not this charismatic, you know, anomaly like Muhammad Ali. So that's a horrible comparison. You know, Triple G's not out here like, hey, no, guys, I'm not fighting in Vietnam. Like, you know, he's not. Muhammad Ali came up in a turbulent time. Civil rights movements, you know, that's why you see pictures of him and Malcolm and Martin. See Martin, see Malcolm, see Biggie, see Pac, see success in his outcome. You know, it's a whole different time. You know, Muhammad Ali stood for something. He's a great speaker. Like, you could go type right now, Muhammad Ali inspiration, and pull something up. And I'm not talking about videos of him just training like, I shook up the world. It's videos of him just talking on talk shows and shit. You know, I never seen no video of Triple G on Conan O'Brien and it's no legendary, like, quote, you know, and no, they said I'll be Canelo. Gaza. Like, you know, he's not doing that. So horrible example. Don't ever compare Triple G to Muhammad Ali unless you want to look foolish, because there's no similarities. Same weight class, no. Muhammad Ali's up here in people's mind. He was a heavyweight, different people, different eras, different times, and they did different things. Beyond that, if we're talking a fighter, like I said, Muhammad Ali beat a prime George Foreman. No controversy. Triple G still hasn't showed separation from Canelo. Even if you thought he won both fights, he hasn't showed pure separation that would nab him the victory. Muhammad Ali actually knocked out George Foreman, a massive puncher, who they said, Muhammad Ali, you stupid. You about to get killed. So what are we really talking about? You know, Floyd Patterson. Like, what are we talking about? Okay, where's the Joe Frazier, Floyd Patterson name, you know, that Triple G has beaten clearly? You know? So what are we talking about? And all that shit earlier about Triple G's face and all that. Muhammad Ali's faces weren't looking like that against heavyweights because he actually had a defense, something that Triple G should have worked on. We really could. This is bad, but we going to get to it. Hold on. It get good, y'all. Jim Lampley goes on to say, now Triple G is something of a latter-day Muhammad Ali. No, the fuck he's not. What are you talking about? Why? See, this is what they try to do. Like, that's not how you win black people's favor. Well, the Black Channel. Like, just saying somebody iconic or something. You can't just compare. That's like saying Lil Uzi is the modern day Tupac. There's no similarity. Let Lil Uzi make his Lil Uzi money and shit, but he ain't no modern. He's not no revolutionary. He's not no person that, like, you know, went to jail, wrongfully convicted, and isn't. So, you know, these comparisons be horrible. Anyway, he says now Triple G is something of a latter day Muhammad Ali, a global superstar. Which, again, I have all of this shit don't make sense because the only superstar numbers Golovkin has put up was been with Canelo. He fought other good fights like David Lemieux in the unification. Horrible numbers. Didn't even do 150,000, right? He fought Danny Jacobs, another good fight where I thought he lost, but nonetheless, good fight. They gave him the victory. didn't do 200,000, didn't do over 175,000 pay-per-view buys. So how's he a global superstar? Superstar? Hey, HBO, man, you got to do something because nobody's going to believe all this. But it gets worse. Jim Lampley says, now Triple G, something of a latter-day Muhammad Ali, a global superstar seen as having been twice martyred by the hidebound and impenetrable processes of a sport that can't get out of its own way. Stop it. You making it sound like Triple G was just fucking Canelo up and just got like knocked him down 2-3 times and still lost. Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size of the passion of his audience. You hating, bro. Canelo needs to leave fucking HBO. Cause like, you know, shout out to the black and brown, you know, rise up. It looks like HBO ain't giving no fair shake to no minorities. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. That's cold-blooded. He said Canelo's victory, however satisfying. This sounds like a racist wrote this, you know, to be honest. Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size of passion of his audience. So he's basically saying Canelo ain't getting no new fans off of that, which is bullshit. Pure bullshit. Because, you know, I don't like the clenbuterol scandal. That pissed me off. I almost didn't want to see the fight because of that. You know, so I've given Canelo fair criticism when he was fighting Amir Khans and all this shit and Josecito Lopez. I've given him 40-year-old Sugar Shane. I gave him criticism, you know, but that's bullshit because Canelo, he went up there Mexican style and showed me some shit. He literally did that. He was walking him down, showed he had a hell of a chance. You talking about he ain't gonna get no new fans because, like, just stop it, bro. HBO's done. I promise you. I'll make this my fucking life's work. Straight up. That's how passionate. You know, that's why it's so raw to see. I'm like Tupac. You know, that's why it's so raw to see because it's me. I'm just a little battling lions. I'm battling networks. But we will battle whoever for that, you know, for what's right in boxing. Anyway, he said Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size or passion of his audience. So you're saying Canelo, his fan base won't grow from that, from the Golovkin fight. Built in from the start as the result of his favorable cultural perch. Again, this sounds like a racist person wrote that. Now you're trying to make it like he only won because he's Mexican and he has a favorable cultural perch. So when have Mexicans or blacks, right, if we're being real, when have they ever had it easy? You know what I'm saying? Where people will give them more favorable like handouts than a guy with fair skin from somewhere else. This sound crazy, y'all. Like I couldn't even believe what I was hearing. It said Canelo's victory. Let me just read straight through. This got me amped up. Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size or passion of his audience, built in from the start as a result of his favorable cultural perch as the face of Mexican boxing. But the two decisions which have frustrated Gennady Golovkin have dramatically multiplied the size of Triple G Nation, which is now a global cult. You don't have to win to be the winner. That's boxing. That's life. Get the fuck all the way out of here, Jim Lampley. So this is like Mayweather level hate, bro. Like this is Mayweather level hate. You are this mad. He says, but the two decisions which have frustrated Gennady Golovkin have dramatically multiplied the size of Triple G Nation. Triple G. I've never even heard anyone call it no goddamn Triple G Nation. What are we talking about, bro? He says I know I'm killing. You know, if I'm lying, I'm dying. You know, may God strike me down. You know, if I'm really lying, and I don't believe I am, like I'm in my heart of all hearts, I promise to you, I swear to you, everything I'm saying, I feel. You know, this is some bullshit. This is bullshit. You're saying Triple G is a global superstar? Wow. Even though he ain't put up global superstar numbers versus Lemieux or Jacobs, which are cool fights, right? You're saying Triple G is something of a latter-day Muhammad Ali? A global superstar who has twice been martyred by the hidebound, impenetrable processes of a sport, and then you kind of blame having a favorable... You're basically blaming Mexicans, you know, let's be real. You guys tell me if you interpret it different. Hold on. It says Canelo's win, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size or passion of his audience. Built in from the start as the result of his favorable cultural perch as the face of Mexican boxing. So you're basically saying that, like, I don't know, I guess Latinos rose up and that's why he won, even though I don't think any of the judges were even Mexican or Latino. I don't know. I wasn't really checking for that. This is crazy, bro. So you making it like Canelo was just handed the belts because of his favorable Mexican heritage and cultural perch. It says, but the two decisions which have frustrated Gennady Golovkin have dramatically multiplied the size of Triple G Nation. So in Jim Lampley's mind, Triple G Nation has it's off and running. He says, which is now a global cult. So he's saying Triple G is like, you know, immortal or like, you know, cult classic now. because it a draw and a loss. Wow. He said Triple G Nation is now a global cult. He says you don't have to win to be the winner. That's boxing, that's life. Listen, straight up, sound like a racist wrote it, you know? So maybe he did write it, I don't know. Second of all, I gotta say this, is you notice with new media versus them, old media, they say stuff, and no matter what, in their minds, they always win because they'll just make excuses. Do you get what I'm saying? No matter what, they always win. Okay, they say Triple G knocks out Canelo. Okay, let's see it. Like I always say, LSI. Let's see it. Triple G don't knock out Canelo. If he did, then they would say, hey, see, I told you, Canelo got knocked the fuck out. So if he does knock out Canelo, then you're right. He loses, gets battered to the point of his face looking like this, which is not the only way to judge a fight, so please don't come at me with no stupid shit. But it's an indicator of him getting more severe blunt force trauma to his head, right? And when he loses, you scream robbery and say, hey, guess what? Canelo's fan base won't grow from that performance. Triple G is a martyr. Triple G in Triple G Nation is multiplied and now a huge global sensation and cult classic, and you don't have to win to win. There's no way in old media's mind, they are so disillusioned and deluded that there's no way you can win. Sky Sports survey has it 60% for Golovkin, 20 for Canelo, 20 for Ja. What the fuck does Sky Sports have to do with me? Sky Sports needs to get Luis King Kong Ortiz versus Dillian White and Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. So why don't they have that? Why don't Sky Sports have a poll if we should see Wilder Joshua or Joshua Povetkin? Tell Sky Sports to put a poll of that. You know, you guys coming at me with these dumbass polls. Tell Sky Sports to put up a poll, do the fan, and then announce it to me. I'll make a whole stream about it since y'all want to play games. Oh, he said he's lying. No, Sky Sports didn't. Well, I don't know if he's lying or if he's not lying. Tell Sky Sports to tell me, you know, send me a quick tweet, put up a poll asking if fans want to see Dillian White versus Luis Ortiz or Dillian White versus Derek Chisora 2. And then also ask them to put up a poll if they want to see Joshua versus Povetkin or Joshua Wilder. You know, these dudes be making up shit. See, that's what I'm saying. They got to make up shit. So let me get this straight. They trying to distract. Triple G loses a good fight. Instead of just letting it be that, it's a million excuses on why he lost and basically people pleading and refusing to accept the fact that he lost, even though he has no belts. And if I go to his box rec right now, it'll say he lost. So when this is how you know for a fact what I'm saying is true. Why didn't Jim Lampley have this same energy when I, among other people, thought Daniel Jacobs beat Triple G? Why didn't you do the fight game and be like, oh, Daniel Jacobs is the true survivor. He beat cancer and he's the miracle man of all miracles and he performed a miracle that night and Triple G was not looking right in that fight? Why didn't Jim Lampley do all that and compare Daniel Jacobs to Muhammad Ali, Chuck Wepner, or whoever, Rocky Marciano? Why didn't he do that? So let me get this straight. Triple G wins a fight that a lot of people thought he shouldn't have won. Why didn't all these results about press row come out then? Like, who had what on press row? Then Triple G loses. Then all of a sudden, 49 people at press row had Triple G winning and 2 monkeys had Canelo win. You know what I'm saying? It's all dumb shit. Why didn't Jim Lampley have the same energy when Daniel Jacobs, in my opinion, beat him? You guys have made it bad. You guys made this real bad. Good luck to HBO. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even care at this point. It is what it is. I don't care. Don't let me come to any of your fights if that's what you choose. I'll still try to cover it for y'all, but I don't even give a fuck at this point. Because this is just crazy to me. So Triple G loses, and then they're going to compare him to Muhammad Ali. Triple G loses, and he's a martyr. Triple G loses, and then Lampley's going to say Triple G, he really won because he won over the hearts of many, and now he's a global superstar and a martyr willing to die in the ring, and now he's a cult favorite, and his fan base, Triple G Nation, has allegedly multiplied. Meanwhile, Canelo can't get no new fans off of his performance. And you know what the cold part about it is? Canelo, he look white. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, he's a fair pigment dude. Ladies like him, but it just goes to show you if people are racist, they don't really care about all that. Myron Dinart, $2 super chat. Jim Lampley, a white supremacist. This shit is crazy. This is like some Donald Trump level shit. I ain't never heard even Triple G fans. I never seen nobody with no Triple G Nation. Jim Lampley is the ultimate, fanboy or whatever, man fan. It's not even that serious. I don't even give a fuck about the fight. It's over. I'm about to watch Joshua Povetkin. I don't even care anymore like that. I'm just I care off of principle. I'm a man of virtue, character, and integrity. And some people just don't have that. Jay says he's Mexican. That's all racists see, no matter how white he is. Yep. And he don't speak English that much. That's crazy. I'm gonna read that's this. Fights like this, it just goes to show you where we're at in general. Because it just goes to show you that no matter what, you can't win if they don't want you to win. Not saying you can't win in terms of get the belts and actually win. I'm talking about they're never going to anoint you. You're never going to be accepted by them, And I'm talking about old media because they just make their own rules on it's like, remember who's seen Any Given Sunday? Remember when Jamie Foxx started making up his own plays? That's what old media does. Remember Jamie Foxx? My name is Willie Beeman, who got the ladies, got them creaming, and all the fans. Got him screaming, you can defeat me, yo dreaming, what? Inflex your chest, get metric, My name is Willie Beeman, who got the ladies, got him creaming, and all my friends, got him screaming, you can defeat me, you're dreaming. They just make up their own plays as they go. They just switch it. I thought Canelo was getting knocked out. He don't get knocked out, shows a hell of a chin. You say, yeah, he didn't get knocked out, but he still lost. And then you say he ain't getting no new fans off the performance. You say, oh, Triple G had Canelo backing up and running. Okay, Canelo switches it up. He has Golovkin running. And this has been co-signed by an HBO guy, Roy Jones Jr., who's actually an accomplished fighter, right? He says, how you gonna get better there? You gonna say they ran? They had you backing up. You ran. Triple G team ran. That's what Roy Jones said. The legend. Among others, like Andre Ward, Mikey Garcia. I mean, I don't have to go through the whole list again, right? And then now you say, oh, we like jab style. So the first fight, you like Mexican style. You know? Second fight, you like jab style and educated style or whatever the fuck. Crazy. Let me read it one more time. Now Triple G is something of a latter-day Muhammad Ali, a global superstar seen as having been martyred twice by the hidebound and impenetrable processes of a sport that just can't get out of its own way. Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size or passion of his audience. Built in from the start. Do you know what that means? Built in from the start, the way I interpret that is saying it was like kind of like it was rigged, you know, just casual shit, you know, built in from the start, like oh, we were in Vegas, we were gonna lose unless we knocked out Golovkin, you know what I mean, unless we knocked out Canelo. Built in from just listen, tell me it don't sound like somebody racist wrote this. Built in from the start as the result of Canelo's favorable cultural perch as the face of Mexican boxing. So instead of just giving credit for what Canelo did, you know, he won because of his favorable cultural perch, which is all the great Latino and Hispanic fans and Mexican boxing fans. Even though Mexican boxing fans weren't the fucking 3 judges that scored this fight. You know what I'm saying? And even though some of the I seen Mexicans that had Mexicans for Golovkin shirts on. So how you gonna blame like Mexicans did this when they didn't even judge the fight? What, Dave Moretti, he Mexican? That don't sound like a Mexican name. Whoever else, Dave Moretti scored it. Like who else? Who is Mexican? You know what is? That's what I'm saying. You gotta look. Racist people, they have little slick shit. You know, you got to be on the move. What is Canelo's favorable cultural perch have to do? Because when Triple G landed significant shot in round 10, people went crazy. So you're making it like just Mexicans just lit up the crowd and had like bias oohs and ahs or some shit. Crazy. It says Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase Canelo's size or passion of his audience, built in from the start as the result of Canelo's favorable cultural perch as the face of Mexican boxing. But the 2 decisions which have frustrated Gennady Golovkin have dramatically multiplied the size of Triple G Nation, which is now a global cult. You don't have to be a winner. Hold on. You don't have to win to be the winner. That's boxing. That's life. I mean, he told you everything right there. It's all you need to know. Listen, once again, Ego Army, shout out to all the super chats, shout out to all the money, shout out to all the engagement. We win. That because he just told you there. You don't have to win to be the winner. That's it. Those are his words. He says you don't have to win to be the winner. That's boxing. That's life. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you said that because you told me everything that I already knew about you. You don't have to, just like Pacquiao, same bullshit. He fights Floyd. You tell me he's going to destroy Floyd. Floyd's getting knocked out. Floyd hates southpaws. After the fight, fucking excuses. Oh, I believe the Lord wanted me to lose and my shoulder. You know, all these excuses. All in the video, all these excuses. And then you say, oh, Max Kellerman actually said this. He says, I had Floyd winning the fight. The next week, Canelo fought Kirkland, and they just shitted on Mayweather. Pacquiao said how boring it was, and this is a true fight. Okay, of course it's a true fight. You're talking about Canelo, a skilled guy, versus James Kirkland, who has no fucking defense and is always in a war. You know what I'm saying? So that it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things in comparison to Pacquiao Mayweather. You know, so there's no comparison in those 2 fights. But anyway, Jim Lampley had Floyd winning the fight, yet he still went on record saying that Pacquiao is still the best fighter of this generation. HBO's done, son. Too many inconsistencies. It's too biased at this point. You know, horribly biased organization. Yeah, that's HBO. Hate blacks only, and now they hate Canelo. So, you know, add him to the list. You know. How's Max Kellerman say Pacquiao's the best fighter of this generation, even though you had Mayweather beating him? Then what did they fight for? This is the narrative and the common thread with HBO. That's what they tell you. Okay, so they could say Pacquiao's gonna win. Oh, if Mayweather gets clipped by Pacquiao, he hates southpaws and blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Then Pacquiao looks horrible versus Mayweather. Then the motherfuckers talking about watching a slow motion. I'm not watching a fucking 36-minute fight in slow motion. Fuck out of here. Why would I watch a fight in slow motion? Like, the fact that you even came up with some dumb shit like that. I don't know if y'all get high, if y'all huff, like paint, or like Freon or some shit. Why the fuck would I watch anybody's boxing fight, the whole thing in slow motion? I'm not watching no fucking fight in slow motion. I'm sorry. I don't care what fight. It could be Ali, Frazier, Ali, Foreign. I'm not watching no fight in no slow motion. So the fact that you even, that shows how desperate they were to have Floyd lose when they say, oh, you got to watch it in slow motion now. You'll see some extra shit. Man, if you got to watch a fight in slow motion, you don't know shit about boxing. How could you ever be a judge if the only way you can accurately judge it is slow motion? Your eyes can't go, you can't put your eyes in fucking 60 frames per second. You know what I mean? So you can only watch it the one way when you watch it unless you watch it on TV. Old media is so desperate. They're getting torched. New media came. We made shit made sense. You know, it's just a matter of time. I don't even have nothing to say about that. It is what it is. Canelo should definitely leave. They clearly don't give a fuck what he talking about. You know, his contract's up. But when have you, like, this is the thing. That's why they can't beat us, y'all. When have you ever heard me make a statement like, quote, you don't have to win to be the winner? When have I ever said some shit like that? You know, like, I picked Danny Garcia to beat Keith Thurman. I said Danny Garcia beats him in decision. I was wrong, right? I never said, oh, even though Keith Thurman, he really won, he didn't really win. Danny Garcia is the real winner. When have you ever heard me do that? So, yeah, HBO could sign Triple G. That's cool. Man, if I'm Canelo, I wouldn't even give Triple G a third fight unless I wanted to later on. But I wouldn't give it to him next. You know, climb back up the ladder. You have no belts. You have no belts. You don't put up the numbers Canelo puts up, and you have no belts. And you're not taking it gracefully. Hell no. Don't ever, if anyone asks me if I want to see a third fight, so you know, hell no, I don't want to see a third fight. You know, it's to the point with all this bullshit, and, you know, Triple G never did anything. So, well, I'm not going to say never did anything, but he's not responsible for HBO. But it's at the point where the people who are, like, backing you, they're putting such a sour taste in my mouth with this whole shit that I wouldn't, you know, I don't even know that I would even, like, give it no light on my channel, to be honest, if they did fight in May. I'm really considering that, you know. If they fight in May, I'm considering not giving it much light, unless some things change or, you know, some statements are made or something. I got to see how I feel. But how I'm feeling right now is not a good time to ask me. The bottom line is, see, this is what they do. Floyd Mayweather's on the network for 20 plus years, taking out people that you said he would lose to. Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton, Diego Corrales, Oscar De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Maidana, right? For 20 plus years. He's never received the red carpet treatment from Lampley like that, where he's like, oh, Floyd is clearly in such a crooked world. He's the new Muhammad Ali, and even if the Castillo fight was close, he really won, and he has a cult fan base that's gonna back him up. He never said no shit like that. Crazy. You know what the thing? I'm starting to like old media. You know why? Because it makes us look better on this side. The more they, you know, I see people, they got fucking spreadsheets and shit. you got to spreadsheet them. Oh yeah, John Doe with Boxing Republic, he scored it for Triple G. Arnold Palmer, he scored it from Triple G. Liza Minnelli, she said Triple G. Like, you got a fucking Excel spreadsheet. Like, they made my job so easy. Danny DeVito, he thought Triple G won. He scored it 8 rounds to 4. Danny had that. You got a fucking spreadsheet, bro. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he watched it in Austria on pay-per-view. He said Triple G definitely won. Yeah, what are you doing? Get out of here. Get these people out here. Kill you. Like, y'all telling me, y'all can tell me whoever you say what. Until they do what I'm doing, like, then it don't matter. You know, I don't care. Like, you can tell me all the Arnolds that had Triple G winning. Yeah, Triple G, he won. Like I don't care about, like, Denzel. I see him at the fights. He really be there. He be like, yeah, okay. Deontay, Bronze Mama Wilder, I'm gonna come in his locker room. He's gonna fight King Kong. Ain't got, like, he's at the fight. Dave Chappelle, he really be with the shit. They really be at the fight. You know, Mark Wahlberg, Diddy, they be at some fights too. But certain guys really be at the fight. I don't care about these sometime motherfuckers. Like, motherfucker, I am boxing. Like, I never seen Arnold at all the top fights. You know? So, who cares who he had winning, to be honest? Canelo, get to the chopper. Who's your daddy and what does he do? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck just said Mario Lopez versus Triple G? Y'all are stupid. Listen. I didn't expect it to be this bad. And you know what? Like, I put this on anything. After the fight, I thought it was a good fight. I was like, this is good. You know, card was good. Only thing I didn't like about the card was the major gap in between, the hour-and-a-half gap. But, you know, I did a live stream, made some money in between. So it wasn't, you know, could have been worse. But the people in the audience, that would have been, you know, it'd be cool to go to the bathroom break, you know, get some nachos or beer or some shit. But you don't need no fucking hour-and-a-half to do it. 30 minutes would have sufficed. But I liked it. You know, I never in a million years thought that people would even try to go this route. I really didn't. But once again, I'm starting to like old media because all they do is after the fact make excuses. It literally, like, old media. Listen, do you know I'm not perfect? I swear I'm not perfect. Y'all know I'm not perfect. I never proclaim that. ESPN, all these motherfuckers said Ronda Rousey, no one can destroy her. I've seen a million. I'm like, that's bullshit. And Wolf would stretch her. You know, Layla Ali would stretch her. Fuck that. Fuck those monkeys. Nobody could beat Ronda, right? She's like the female Terminator, you know? All right. She had a bad attitude towards Holly Holm. She called her a fake preacher's daughter bitch and said she's not ready to step up and be a champion and live my life. And I'm not a do-nothing bitch and all that, right? Holly Holm went in there and smoked her like some Newports. Holly Holm was in there smoking her like Black and Milds, like hookah lounge, right? Oh, shit. Ronda Rousey, she wants to redeem herself. Not by rematching the girl who kicked her in the fucking head, but fight a Brazilian, you know, striker, Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes is like, I am the lioness. I don't know why she chose to box. And Amanda Nunes was like, mop. It was just sleeping her. 48 seconds, I think it was. Ronda Rousey, to this day, she was in that movie with Mark Wahlberg, and she's wrestling. She's on WrestleMania or some shit. But what happened? ESPN said she was the fighter of the year. Y'all advocate. You have never. I've never said nothing like crazy about Ronda Rousey, and I've never said anything crazy that I didn't feel. But I never put her on the pedestal. I said she's cool. She you know, she's good with judo. Went to the Olympics for that. Boom, boom, boom. But I never put her up like, you know, and said no, she could beat Floyd Mayweather. Remember, this is the dumb shit y'all was talking about her. She's the best female athlete ever. She could whoop Floyd. Do you understand? Y'all talk about Floyd's domestic violence case all the fucking time. Do you understand if somehow they did the first time ever a man versus a woman, you know, do you understand Floyd, what he would do to Ronda Rousey? If y'all hated that other DV case, that domestic violence shit, you would hate that because that would have got sanctioned and Floyd would have got paid to beat the brakes off of her. And then y'all would be like, this is just cruel. Why did I buy this pay-per-view? Do you, like, it would have been bad, y'all. It would have been bad. But y'all was the dumbasses saying she could beat a man. And I was like, hell nah. Look at, like, this is what I'm talking about, people with old media. Look how, it's not even the fact that you're just wrong. It's how wrong you are. I feel like let's say a fight. People get hurt, and then there's people that get, like, hurt. Like, you could get hurt and then still be, like, functioning. And then you could get, like, Mortal Kombat, finish him.
Finish him.
You could get hurt like that. You know, so to me, there's levels, different severities, right? That's how it is with being wrong. HBO is like Jim Carrey, wrong and wrong-ger. Like, what they've really put out there for the past several years has been, like, wrong-ger. Like, I know that's not a word, but I'm saying it's not even been just wrong. Like, oh, you was little, like, okay, I said Danny Garcia beats Keith Thurman via decision. Wrong. It is wrong because that's not what happened. But if you look at how the fight played out, it's, you know, it still went to a decision. It's not like Keith Thurman melted him in the first round and knocked him out. You know, like, I was just like, wow, that's complete opposite. HBO be talking some shit that, and then what really happens be the complete opposite of it. Like, it's like wrong-ger. We're going to use that. Wrong-ger. Where should we start? Okay. Listen, if y'all want me to go in, and I'll do off the top of my head. We're going to just do a freestyle. We're going to freestyle this one. If you want to know what I'm talking about, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? And we got to get them likes up. We're going to freestyle what HBO has said for the last several years where they were, quote unquote, wrong-ger, where they said some shit. And we're going to talk about the fans too. Listen, the likes have stayed at the same thing. We got to boost those likes up. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people leaving comments. We got engagement. We got to get them likes up, people. Well, let's talk about some of the things HBO has been wrong in the last several years. Like, and again, I don't think just a little bit wrong. Like, oh, okay, it was. I was trying to put. Hey, we had to switch the beat up. Let's talk about it. I just want something different. Hey. This is HBO freestyle. Off the top of the dome. Let's get it. First, they said Manny Pacquiao would beat Floyd Mayweather. Wrong. Hey, wrong. Then they said, even though he lost to Floyd Mayweather, he's still the best fighter of this generation. Wrong. Hey. A. We gonna turn up. If I'm not mistaken, they said Kovalev Crusher. He was gonna beat Andre Ward. He beat him in the first fight. Wrong. A. Wrong. They said in the rematch, Kovalev was angered. All the stress. He was gonna come back and beat that boy SOG. Wrong. They said new media wasn't it. Little black channels. Wrong. A. Wrong. A. What else they say? They said Triple G. No, hold on. Before we get to Triple G, let's talk about Roman. Chocolate. Tito. He a good little fighter. They said he was the #1 pound for pound, if I'm not mistaken. Wrong. HBO. Why you do that to that man? They said he lost to Sora Wrong Versailles. Maybe you had him winning the first fight. Maybe you didn't. Good fight. He still got knocked down. Wrong. But let's talk about that rematch. Hey, hold on. We got to do that again. That'd be hard. Hold on. They trying to hate on the beat. I ran out of beat. This how wrong they been. I ran out of beat. I ran out of space, y'all. Hey. They said Chocolatito #1 pound for pound. He lost to a Wrong Versailles. Close fight. Got knocked down. Wrong. Let's talk about the rematch. I had my man Sora Wrong Versailles. He was eating fried to a fricassee rat. Came back, stopped Triple G. He stopped Triple G, little friend, Chocolatito to the body. Wrong. He was off that rat. Wrong. Why was he eating that rat though? He needed that protein to dig into the body of Chocolatito. Wrong. Hey. That rat gave him superpower. Wrong. Chocolatito had one fight since in a mismatch. Wrong. All right. Check it. Canelo Triple G. It was a draw. They said Triple G was robbed. Despite how you feel about that. They said Canelo liked to run. They say he liked to run. He just want to run around the ring. Rematch, Triple G start running around the ring. Wrong. Hey. I thought Canelo was going to run. Track shoes. Wrong. What happened to them track shoes? I thought Triple G was Mexican style. Wrong. I thought Triple G was the big bad wolf. Wrong. Now I know some of y'all think, why didn't you bring up Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux? That's one that new media got wrong. Oh, that's right. That was on ESPN. That wasn't even on HBO. Wrong. Hey. I ran out of beat again. This is how wrong they've been. Back to our regularly scheduled program. That's why they can't fuck with me, man. So that's just a quick list off the top of the dome that they've been wrong for. I was in the freestyle. I don't know who's hating, who's back. I don't even know. I'm not even worried about them. Hey, they be coming back like zombies. Like, they get clapped up by my shooters, get clapped up and wrapped up, saran wrapped. They get saran wrapped. We put them in glad bags and they act mad, and then they be coming back so quick. Why would you even want to come back if the stream we don't know what are we talking about? And see, listen, I don't even want to show you my inbox. All the people crying like, "Oh, I got blocked. Let me back in." You know, some of them I feel bad for, but they all want to come back. Let me back. This shit is like crack. They want to come back. You know what I'm saying? Boomerang. You know, I didn't think they would take this Triple G loss this hard. Like, I was just gonna go straight into the Povetkin, Joshua week. They're taking this shit hard. To compare Triple G to Muhammad Ali, what? Okay. Name someone Triple G. You guys gonna keep saying block Antonio. He keeps saying cokehead Charlos, lines only. You stole someone else's joke, Erickson Lubin. Charlos have nothing to do with this. Look at the people doing the most hating. Look at their names, faces, and profile pics. His name is Antonio Garcia. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. What do the Charlos have to do with Triple G Canelo, which is the current subject? Wrong. Wrong. All right, check it. They taking this loss bad, y'all. If I'm lying, name somebody that Triple G beat in the fashion of George Foreman that is what George Foreman, when Muhammad Ali fought him, was to the heavyweight division. So name someone who is what Foreman was to the heavyweight division. They are that to the middleweight division at the time Triple G fought them. And he had an outcome like that. Real Brother 32 said, Kanye to the hand. That's why you can't beat new media, because you can get mad that I'm saying it, but answer the question. Nothing to get mad about. Name someone who is to the middleweight division what Foreman was, George Foreman was to the heavyweight division at the time Muhammad Ali beat him, and it had that type of outcome, the Muhammad Ali. I said Kanye to the hand. What y'all talking? Let's talk. This is boxing talk. Let's go. Where the conversation at? I'm waiting. Okay. They say I'm a hater. Okay, I'm a hater. But y'all ain't gonna answer the question. That's what I do know. Answer the question. Oh, that's not fair. These are different times, and Triple G had bad management when he was fighting in Germany. None of that had nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Wrong. Wrong. Kelly Litter is petty. He's my type of petty, though. I like that. Yeah, this is a real question. No, see, this is why it's a real question. It's because Jim Lampley just compared Triple G losing to Muhammad Ali. There's no real comparisons to Muhammad Ali in general, right? So, if we're going to compare to Muhammad Ali, let's compare everything. Let's look at a resume. You know, since you randomly put because you can't say that Muhammad Ali bounced back after the first Frazier loss, right? See, this is how stupid that statement was. That's why it's not a good, from my perspective. You're talking about comparing Muhammad Ali losing to Frazier, Joe Frazier, and it's not hurting Muhammad Ali. Right? And he was able to bounce back. But guess what? He beat Frazier after. Triple G, in the public eye, maybe won, but it was scored a draw. But then he came back and did significantly worse. But beyond that, Triple G doesn't have anywhere near the resume. So Muhammad Ali losing to Frazier, who cares? Because he was actually fighting like deep competition. So the loss didn't it didn't stick with him. Like where that was just like, oh shit. Okay, so he lost, and then he fought Jimmy Ellis and then Buster Mathis. And then after that, he started fighting Floyd Patterson and stuff like that. You know, Ken Norton. So that's why he was able to bounce back. Do you get what I'm saying? He's able to bounce back because he has a deep resume. And keep in mind, I mean, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but we're going to do some basic math. We're doing basic math. See, this is what they don't want, man. I told you, new media. We'll do basic math. Muhammad Ali was born in from Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky. He was born in 1942, right? We're talking about him losing, even though he came back and beat Frazier. He lost to Frazier in 1971. Right? He lost in 1971 minus, that's when he lost to Frazier. Minus, he was born in 1942. Basic math. He was 29 years old. Golovkin is 36. Right? So what is the comparison? What are we talking about? Muhammad Ali was 29 when he lost. Still in his 20s. Golovkin's not in his 20s. Jim Lampley needs to give up his spot to the new generation. His time has passed. I mean, you got to make it make sense. If you're going to compare something, at least compare something some quasi close. You know, these dudes be, oh, Triple G, he's I couldn't believe it. Now Triple G is something of a latter-day Muhammad Ali, a global superstar, seen as having been twice martyred by the hidebound, impenetrable processes of a sport that can't get out of his own way. So you see, Jim Lampley's already completely taken a stance, you know. Then he says, the two decisions which have frustrated Gennady Golovkin have dramatically multiplied the size of Triple G Nation, which is now a global cult. You don't have to win to be the winner. I mean, that tells you all. This is a lot. See, at least he came correct in like the closing statements. That's how old media, excuse me. That's their real mantra. You don't have to win to be a winner. That's exactly it. Especially with like guys like Jim Lampley. That's exactly how they think. You know, that's why Jim Lampley came out with the the Gotti list or whatever. It's a way to reward people who are action fighters and give them all the glory, and meanwhile shit on people who are highly skilled and show the world how boring they are. You know what I mean? And it makes, listen, rest in peace to Arturo Gotti. I would never insult a legend. But you got to look at Gotti, no matter how the quality of fights he was in, right? He didn't beat the top guys that he could have beat. You know what I'm saying? Like he has lost to Mickey Ward, right? He lost to Oscar De La Hoya by stoppage. He lost to Floyd Mayweather by stoppage. He lost to Alfonso Gomez by stoppage. You know, I would never like try to, you know, shame somebody who's deceased. He gave everything to the sport, and you know the world loves and respects him for that. But you can't confuse heart and warrior attributes with skill, because like I said, De La Hoya, a gold medalist, he got stopped by him and he lost. That was one of Mayweather's best performances, to be honest, against Gotti. So Jim Lampley found a way to use a fallen soldier to boxing, you know, who touched the hearts of millions, and use his name to kind of create a buzz for him. You know, okay, that's like, and I think that's kind of disrespectful, you know, because half the people I forgot who it was. He put someone on the Gotti list and they end up quitting in the fight. Gotti didn't quit in fights. He might have got pulled out by Bud McGurk or someone, you know, but he didn't quit. So to me, I look at that as like a gimmick, because a lot of those people, they didn't have a Gotti resume and they didn't have the heart of Gotti. So fuck the Gotti list. You know, what are we talking about? Because they were a warrior and a fighter too or some shit? That don't make Gotti. Because Victor Ortiz, he's willed his way through fights, but he's also quitting fights. You know, so why would you put him on the Gotti list for example? You know what I mean? But it's an excuse. And I told you that from the jump. It's an excuse to credit losers of fights that you know can't beat the more skilled fight, and then you mask it under the guise of a fallen soldier. You know, it's like the Johnny Tapia list. I love Johnny Tapia. That's actually good HBO work, that documentary they did. But I think 50 Cent helped produce it or whatever. You know, true warrior. I'm from New Mexico. That's where I was born, right? So shout out to New Mexico. Great warrior, you know, had personal demons and stuff, you know, just great story. But that's like me coming up, oh, the Tapia list, you know, knowing that he you know, just he's a warrior and stuff. You know, the Mac Miller list. Like, most people don't deserve to be on these lists. You know, you're not creative like Mac Miller. You know, the instrumentations and playing live instruments and working on your craft and your bars and trying to perfect it, you know? And so it's just like, to me, I look at it like a gimmick. I could use the name of slain, you know what I mean, or deceased people and act like I'm carrying on their legacy. Fuck that. It's a wrap for HBO. I promise you. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see why Canelo would even want to stay with HBO. Listen what Lampley said days after his victory. They're treating him like Mayweather, you know, where you got a victory, but we're going to say you still lost. You know, we're going to say that you still lost fans as a result of it. They're treating him the same way. I hope Canelo is smart enough to see this. It says, Canelo's victory, however satisfying at first, will ultimately do little to increase the size or passion of Canelo's audience, built in from the start as the result of his favorable cultural perch as the face of Mexican boxing. So, like, he's just a bird perched on on the rooftops or whatever, the edge of Mexican boxing. So that's why he won. Nothing to do with his game plan, had nothing to do with him coming correct, nothing to do with the Reynosos and the sparring partners they brought in. You know, it just had everything to do with him being the face of Mexican boxing. That's why he won, right? Yeah. Even though the judges, to my knowledge, I don't know if any of them were Mexican. You know, so what is Mexican, being the face of Mexican boxing, what does that have to do with the three judges that, who were the fucking three? I don't even remember. Who were the judges? Dave Moretti, who else? Who were the fucking judges for the rematch? You know, I got to see if they're even Mexican. I don't even remember. But I did a video, but I just don't remember. Hold on. New media. See, I always end up having to do the work. Referee was Benji Esteves. And he didn't give no impartial treatment. He's worked fights like Prince Nassim Hamed, Kevin Kelly, Felix Trinidad and Pernell Whitaker, Cotto Mosley, Hopkins Pavlik, Rigondal Donaire. So Judge Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld, and Glenn Feldman. None of them names sound Mexican to me or Hispanic at all. So what is Jim Lampley talking about? Saying that, like, you know, acting like, oh, because Canelo's the face of Mexican boxing, that's why he won? No, it has something to do with his game plan and how he fought. Black Sports NY. In other words, he only good because he Mexican. That's sad, bro. Like, you know, and see, I didn't expect them to do this off of such a close fight. I don't even think it was that close, but, you know, off of such a fun fight. You know, I didn't even think, I didn't even see it being as close as some of y'all was making it out to be. But, you know, I can understand, I don't know. You know, I'm trying to be reasonable. Flypaper, leave the stream. He said, stop it, please. Leave. If you don't like anything I'm doing, leave. I said at the beginning. I don't understand what's so hard. What's so hard for you guys to understand? If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Period. Which one, y'all? Which one y'all think? Which one? We going all that. Y'all gotta vote. I'm not opening both. That's fucking fat and greedy. Yeah, I'm gonna do the popcorn because I don't think it's gonna be as you know, crazy on my hands. Them hot fries be good, but I'm doing the popcorn. I don't think my hands will be all crazy afterwards. Smash the like button. Good fight. It's a shame old media can never. It's either they're right or they're right. It's their right or they'll make sure that their thought process, I guess they're right in their mind. Jim Lampley told you. No, I'm not eating the hot fries. He just told you. I'm a night owl anyway. I'll be eating late and staying up late. Jim Lampley told you. Even if you don't win, you win. That's the lot. Oh shit. That's like parent logic. Like, Mom, can I spend the night at my friend's house? No. Why not? I got straight A's on my report card. My room's clean. I've been good. Cause I said so. That's new. That's old media. Look at Longtail West. Why do us black fans hate Triple G? You're an idiot. You don't speak on behalf of black people because you don't know. You probably ain't even black. Look at Longtail West. They try to come out with a black ass name. Oh yeah, I'm Longtail Jenkins. You don't even sound black. You sound stupid. You gotta leave better comments for me to put you in the hot seat. Yeah, man, it's me. It's Ladanian. I'm black, by the way. That's what they be. The Black Channel. That's what they be saying. Yeah, man, I'm black. I'm leaving this comment as a black man in America. Y'all be lying and shit. You try to make this black ass name and shit. Yeah, it's me. It's me, LaTroy. I'm back. It's LaTroy Amaru Jenkins. I'm black, by the way. Why do you monkeys? I mean, I'm black, by the way. Y'all be sounding stupid. Yeah, man, it's Tyrone. It's Tyrone Lamar Biggums. Yeah, man, it's me, Tyrone Lamar Biggums. I'm back, man. Why do black people hate so much? Y'all be sounding fake as fuck with that I'm black shit. Listen, black people don't announce what they are. They don't even want to tell people they black unless you see them. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how people gonna act. You don't, like, you just call Domino's Pizza. Domino's, how may I take your order? Yeah, can I get the fucking meat lovers? This is Tyrone Lamar Biggums. I'm black, by the way. Like, you could have just said, can I get the meat lovers? Yeah, give me pan crust. I'm black, by the way. Who the fuck would even say that? My real name, not ducking number. Whatever. So, okay, if you order a pizza, you be like, yeah, I'll take I'll take a Hawaiian and a meat lovers. I'm black, by the way. I got that BBC. I'm black. Like, ain't nobody announcing the fucking their blackness when you wouldn't be able to tell unless you just assume from their voice. Hey, fucking, yeah, man, it's fucking Rondell Williamson. I'm black. I'm in this chat black. These dudes think I'm stupid. Fucking Rondell, though. Like, yeah, it's me, Rondell. God damn it. Cut the malarkey. I'm black. Oh my god, that should be sounding so fake. See, I say what they afraid to say. I don't give a fuck about these dudes. I'm black, by the way. I like Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records. Like, what the fuck is Bad Boy Records got to do with? That's how I know you ain't black, because black people don't talk like that. In the midst of a boxing conversation, yeah, I like Faith Evans. I like a little Bad Boy, you know, the notorious B.I.G. Like, black people don't. They just call him Biggie, you know. They don't say his whole shit. Notorious B.I.G. Like, stop. I like Hypnotized. Black people don't even talk like that. They be trying to infiltrate the culture. Talking about I'm black. Hey, I got something for y'all in the comment section. This is them in the comment section. Y'all ready? When they be trying to pretend to be... Y'all want to hear it? You want to hear when they be... this is me, Rondell. This is Rondell Bush. If y'all want to hear it, how they be sounding in the comment section, can I get a hell yeah? This is going to be fun. This is them when they try to act like they black in the comment section.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, 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 I'm black, 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 y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, cause I'm black. Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, 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 y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
I'm crying. That man said, and I'm black, yo. And I'm, he said, and I'm back because I'm black, because I'm blickety black. That shit, oh my God. We got the livest live stream, I try to tell y'all. It's like I tell you, little black chat, why do blacks hate Jim Lampley? I mean, they eat Slim Jims. Why don't they like another Jim? What the fuck is Slim Jim? These motherfuckers just be saying whatever, man. That's why listen, that's why you come to my channel. We done the livest live gates. We got the most super chat. You know what I'm saying? Cause we black, y'all. We blickety blickety black, y'all. They hella mad Canelo won. Canelo getting that he getting that Mayweather hate now. Okay, I see you, Nello. The black chat, why do they like Canelo? Why don't they like Triple G too? What is Triple? They act like Triple G stole their girl. They always be saying stupid shit. Yeah, Lampley did the same thing with Pacquiao. And you know, this is funny. Notice how, see, I've studied racism. Notice how people we suspect are racist. This is one thing they do to throw the dogs off the scent. They'll do a comparison in a good way to someone who's black. Or they'll wear like a black fighter t-shirt or have posters of black people. But nothing they say, you know, so you can reference in a good way Triple G to Muhammad Ali, yet you don't really have much to say about anyone who's active that's black. in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his real brother know what I'm talking about. He be like, I'm not racist. I have a black friend. And then you talk to the black friend. He's like, dude, what the fuck? Where's the part? Like, that's your black friend? That's him? Motherfucker had bangs and shit talking about the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Oh, like, what the fuck? They be like, yeah, I'm not racist. I have black friends. Motherfucker dressed like the Matrix. He wearing a leather leotard with looking like a goddamn black dominatrix and shit. And talking about I have black. Oh my god, hold on, I'm gonna show you what the black friend look like. We just having fun. I know these motherfuckers, they have to be, why do you guys listen to this guy? He suck. Cause y'all know the truth. I'm gonna show y'all. This is what the black friend, I have a black friend, I'm not racist. This is what they listening to. Their black friend. Like, I got a black friend, I want you to meet him. He over there in the corner like this at the party. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. Ah. He doing that Nicki Minaj shit. The beautiful people. 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 Da 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 na 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 na. Fuck yeah! I want to have sex to a girl to this. I can't front that song. It's kind of tough though. All right, Marilyn, you won. That shit kind of hard though. I ain't gonna lie. This is what they listening to. Ah, yeah. I want you to meet my black friend. Little Black Channel. Come meet him. Hey. Let's get it. Hit the like button. I'm the bitch I hated, all fat and infatuated. I'm the type I love. Hey, this shit hard. I'm the bitch I hated, all fat and infatuated. Hey, that shit gotta go. That shit gotta go down. These dudes be so corny. Please stop. If you got a joke for me, please come with it. Okay. Lontel says Ego gotta stop hanging with Benavides. Like, is that funny? I'll take anybody drug test. I get high because I'm getting paid and I know I'm killing. Ain't shit else to do. How are you even back here? Didn't you just get clapped in the hot seat? That's what I want to know. Didn't you just get... Listen, this is what they do. This is what the racists do. And this is the guy, I'm black, remember? This is the guy that was acting like, hey, I'm black. He's saying I'm on drugs. I'm having fun. This shit is fun to me. I'll take anybody's drug test at any time. Straight up. But they see, why don't they bet no type of money though? You know what I'm saying? I bet you 10 stacks, 5 stacks. What you got? Vada can come test me at any time. See if they put the money up. Straight up. They mad because we having fun over here and killing. And then they keep coming back. Oh, so you're saying I'm on coke because David Benavidez failed his drug test. You're saying I'm on drugs and I've been hanging out with him partying hardcore. But then you got kicked out by one of my shooters and it came back. We run the game, man. When they got to do all this to keep coming back. Isaac Jimenez, look at the names, the faces, and the pictures. He says, you don't know shit about boxing, bro. Pathetic. But they're here. I don't know shit about boxing, but y'all motherfuckers keep coming. Marilyn Manson's the shit. That shit went hard. I give that to Manson. That shit was kind of hard. Hey, block Hector Alvarado. He says, why do I keep getting blocked? Because I'm a Triple G fan. That's whack coming from you, ego. See, you probably making statements like that. So re-block him. You shouldn't have just said nothing. Because first of all, I didn't even block you. I don't know what happened. You trying to blame me for some shit I didn't even do. You know? So now you're getting re-blocked. So you can go to somebody else's channel and cry about it. Or make another account like y'all motherfuckers do. See, listen, y'all not gonna be on my stream. Like, y'all gotta come correct. He's like, he said, why do I keep getting blocked? You made another account. You're back in here. You know, you could just be like chilling. But no, you want to try to come for me. So now my shooters gotta come for you. You already had a second account. So even if you got blocked, you're back in here. You know, chill. Let's talk boxing. And you talking about that's whack coming from you like I did it. I haven't blocked anyone this whole stream. I rarely have to pull the trigger anymore. Real brother's a fool. He said they on their 9th account and shit. Kennedy Linder said DAZN is sponsoring this channel. DAZN money. Yeah, they trying to clutter it up with ads. But fuck it. I'll get some of that $1 billion. Fuck it. Give me some money. Man. First of all, you don't get blocked because you like Triple G or thought Triple G won. But if you start saying irrational, out of pocket shit, the rules ain't changed. I don't understand why people don't understand this. Be able to back up what you say. Don't say racist shit, off the wall, crazy shit. You know, like, yeah, ego, you're on coke for no reason. Why? Because David Benavidez failed a drug test. What does that have to do with me? Why would you accuse me? I'm not out here just because I'm having fun. Because I'm doing karaoke to entertain my crowd, you know? So you say stupid shit like that, you will get blocked. So, word to the wise. DAZN paying for hella ads because I seen them on Google. I typed in something to try to find this Joshua article. And then it said, it was like DAZN sponsored because it tells you real small when they sponsor. Listen. Any other topics? Because I'm really done. Jim Lampley, I already went in and said my piece. I'm about done with Canelo Golovkin too, to be honest. Unless something new comes out, you know, I've said my piece. It's already put out there. Old media is getting clapped up on the reg. You know, that it's just what it is. So does anyone else have anything else they want to talk about regarding Canelo Triple G2, Jim Lampley's statements? Because I'm going to stop this stream, use the restroom, and I'm probably going to do another one. We could talk about something else, like Joshua Povetkin, because now it's the vampire stream. I'm going to talk about that on the next stream. So if you want to talk about Joshua Povetkin, you know, I got to separate this because I don't want, it's already long, you know, so I want to nip it in the bud. We could talk about something else on the next stream. This is pure entertainment. They know that it's entertainment. First of all, I've seen other people's live streams, and some of them be boring. You know what I'm saying? In today's boxing news, that's why they come back here under 18 different accounts, because they know we having fun. They know, they want to pocket watch and see how many super chats we getting. Sounding like fucking slaves and shit. Why for you give Ego them super chat? He don't deserve no super chat. Why would you spend your money on Ego? He don't deserve no super chat like that. Hating ass motherfuckers. They want to hate so bad. I've never hated on somebody getting money. You know what I'm saying? Unless they did something crazy to get it. Ego, when do you sleep? I am sleep. I'm asleep right now. I could do this in my sleep. Like Jay said, but I do this in my slumber, summer. Like, this shit is easy. Canelo Triple G. Shout out to Land Shark for subscribing. Don't give Ego none of y'all's money. That's y'all's money. Why should you give that to Ego? He don't deserve that money. Which one of y'all? It be sounding like a fucking Trey Songz if he was a slave. Why for you give Ego your money? He not gonna lead you to the promised land. Which one of y'all? Your side of the bed. Your side of the bed. Which one of y'all? We having fun and I don't have to be on nothing. This shit is funny to me. Oh my God. I seen that $100 super chat. You should have saved that. That's like 6 car washes. You could have kept that money. You could have gave that money to Massa. Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all? They be crying. He was crying it. He was crying. I had him. Business break. He left the $100 super chat. He laughing. I had that one guy. I was on DBN. He was in there. He was crying. He was crying in there. They motherfuckers they be so mad at me because I'm doing my job, living my best life, trying to give y'all entertainment, boxing news, and we lit, you know, and we get it turned up. Eagles on drugs, I know it. So our president, he's talking about the hurricane was wet. He ain't on drugs, but it's just me on drugs because I'm having fun. Okay. Why would you consider giving Eagle some of your money? Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all? Come here. Trey Songz be tripping with that. Come here. Like, you sound like she ain't gonna come here with you doing all that. Oh, dude, is you thirsty? Man, which one of y'all? Oh my God, they mad. They so mad. Why the black channels be hating on Jim Lampley? He wasn't good for us niggers. He want the best for us. Jim Lampley and HBO Boxing ain't never did nothing wrong to us. He ain't no. One time I was in the heat. I was in that heat, and Jim Lampley gave me some watermelon. Like some what? Some watermelon. He gave me that watermelon, and I said, Jim, I'd look him in the eye. You's a good master, Jim. This show am good. Which one of y'all? Oh my God. Hey. Everybody type. Which one of y'all? Hey. HBO, man. You gotta do something, baby. That's how them coon ass channels be talking and shit. Jim Lampley, y'all are just hating on Jim Lampley. Why y'all gotta hate on Jim? They looking like Samuel L. Jackson and Django and shit. Like, what the fuck? Why you on the porch looking like that? Which one of y'all? He said, Jim Lampley hates the black channel. I can't even do it. Y'all got me laughing. Oh my. So I'm not trying to see Triple G and Vanis Matarosin 2 or James Kirkland or some shit like that. Y'all saying he won and he the modern day Muhammad Ali. Live and die by that. We back with another one. Which one of y'all? I holla.